consent to relocate residents from their earmarked land and conducted survey and valuation of the land for purposes of compensation? And two, what steps is the national government taking to execute the presidential directive?
Are they two all there? Is that all? Okay. CS.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to appraise this House on the information sought regarding the status of the upgrading of Kakamega airstrip to an international airport as requested by Senator Boni Khalwale and as communicated in the letter to my office. Mr. Speaker, the Kenya Airports Authority received an invitation dated 10th August 2023 from County Government of Kakamega requesting for technical assistance in planning and the proposed expansion of the airstrip. Subsequently, a team comprising of the representative of KAA, Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, National Land Commission, and County Government of Kakamega carried out an inspection of Kakamega airstrip on 18th and 19th of October 2023 to assess the proposed upgrade of Kakamega airstrip. Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform the House that the Senate that the Kakamega airstrip was initially designed for DHC-6 aircraft, which capacity of 13 passengers as the critical aircraft, and was to be upgraded to accommodate Fokker 50 aircraft to 60-seater. The biggest aircraft currently operating at the airstrip is Dash 8 Q100, Mr. Speaker, and I launched this service from Wilson to by Skyward Limited from Wilson to Kakamega early this year with a 37 passenger seat capacity. Based on the design, aircraft, and considering the topographical and environmental constraint, planning studies conducted by the authority indicate that the runway can only be extended up to a maximum of 1,400 meters. Ultimately, in the future, traffic may necessitate bigger aircraft requiring a longer runway. Then the airport relocation will have to be considered. Mr. Speaker, the proposed upgrading of the airstrip would require acquisition of approximately 20 hectares of land. This is to allow development of critical facilities as well as comply with the International Civil Aviation Organization recommended standards in terms of critical separation and obstacle limitation requirement. During the site visit at Kakamega airstrip, the county government of Kakamega appraised the team from KA and KCA on the survey and evaluation of the parcels of the land affected by the proposed airstrip expansion. However, the evaluation of the affected parcel of land has to be verified by the National Land Commission in accordance with the Lands Act 2012 and the National Land Commission Act number 6 of 2012. Further, the authority will undertake the environmental and social impact assessment and resettlement action plan for the airport expansion. Let me just say, the technical report talks about 20 acres, but I don't think, Mr. Speaker, we need the 20 hectares per se to extend to the 200 meters. And so I have had a conversation with my team that it is possible to achieve 200 meters fast, even before acquiring the full 20 hectares. So I have asked them to go back and check what the limited number of acres we need specifically to fast extend to 1,400 meters, so that then it can accommodate slightly bigger planes of about 60 to 70 capacity. Honorable Speaker, a multi-agency team comprising of Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, Kenya Airports Authority, and Kenya Meteorological Department proposes to undertake an aeronautical study to assess the suitability and potential impacts of the proposed extension of the runway to 1.4 kilometers, and in addition evaluate the possibility of relocating Kakamega airstrip to Shikuza as proposed by the county government of Kakamega. However, again, as I consulted my team, Shikuza is government land under the Ministry of Forestry, Mr. Speaker, and you know to acquire it will require a big process, including excising that property that land that will require parliamentary approval before we can be able to do so. I thank you.
Senator Boni has been very, very attentive.
Yes.
And on two eyes. So, what is your supplementary question, Senator Boni Khalwale?
Mr. Speaker, I'm lost. I'm lost because the minister has come to this house with a casual answer, describing stories of aircrafts, size of aircrafts and things, which has nothing to do, Mr. Speaker, with the question that I raised. This casual answer, Minister, you know, you and I, we enjoy leadership positions in this government. We can talk to each other here and talk to each other behind the tent and talk to each other in our private offices as we do. The purpose of this question, Minister, is for us now to bring it in the open to the public in Kakamega to know the progress of this project. The seriousness, Minister, is that 611,000 people voted for President William Ruto against 955,000 for Raila ODINGA. There was work that was done. And now, when you treat us casually like this, you know that on 8th of December 2022, the president came
Senator
to
Boni, can you be very specific on your question?
Mr. Speaker, sir, because he was casual.
Know the history of the voting and what happened?
Yeah, I've left out history of
Just
voting.
for specific.
Your indulgence.
What you need to be addressed.
Mr. Speaker, your indulgence, please. If I don't do this, I'll lose this house, I'll lose the public. Mr. Speaker, on 8th of December 2022, the president came into Kakamega and launched this project, and alongside it, commercial aircrafts, which have been ongoing. He came again, Mr. Speaker, on 18th of June this year, and announced the construction of an apron at 50 million shillings. The minister knows. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, on 25th of August, the president stayed in the county for 5 days, and this was the project. So I was expecting the minister was coming here to tell us only two things. When is the payment for residents going to commence? Because from that time last year, they stopped doing end development. They know they are moving out. And two, to tell us when is the construction starting. That is called, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Pertinent questions, and I think they are very indirect.